Hello, this is Victor at restoringmercedes.com. Today I have these headlights from W220 2003 S600 projector HIDs, xenons, and well, I wanted to make them a little cleaner because they're faded a little bit, and that one I did the best I could, but I'm still not happy with the result, and we'll take a look at these lights. Now, the reason I took them off is not even the cloudiness of the light, it's the actual light output from the projector. The bulb itself is fine, but there was not enough light coming out. But given that you have to get to the projector, you had to take the lens off. So I took the lens off, and you can compare the two, and that side obviously looks much nicer, the right one, and versus the left one, but still there is a little bit of haziness. So I decided not to proceed with going crazy with this particular polishing because that's just gonna take too much. I just bought two left and right side lenses, replacement lenses. When I get them, then I'm gonna coat them with some wax so they will not yellow out as quickly as original wood, because you can see this one is untreated. You see how messed up it is, but there is much of this dirt is underneath, right? So this is where most of the dirt is stored. It's inside the actual light. Let me see if I can separate these two, because there is this glue that also has to be cleaned, and that will have to be cleaned off later. So now I just ran a little bit of polishing on the inside, but you know, it's all dirty and stuff. But again, I'm not going to go crazy. If this would have been the last lens in existence, yes, I would go with like 600 grit, then 800 grit, whatever. So, and then you keep going until you hit like a Trizac, like 3000, then you polish it and what have you. So that's what I would have done. I just run it like very quickly. It's actually pretty nice. I could have done a little better job, but whatever. Now the internal reflector here, not reflector, it's like I don't know how to even call it, an internal frame or something. This one is in good shape, so I'm trying not to touch it with no gloves, and I have to still clean up all of this glue. This is not even glue, this is some sort of a silicone. This is a similar silicone to this. This is the silicone for the convertible top. They call them butyl, whatever, B-U-T-Y-L. That's the spelling, so I don't know how to say it, but I know what it is. It's like a flexible silicone, if you will. It's like a silicone that is not squeezed out, although you can buy it in the form of the tube or squeeze out silicone. You can silicone this, yeah, I get it, but as you can see, it never cures, it remains flexible. So in any event, either I can use this particular piece, right, or I can get something else, but it doesn't matter at this point. I just want to keep this as clean as I can for now, and we're going to look at the actual reflector. Now this is your reflector, this is your lens, this is the plate that gives you by xenon high beam, low beam, okay, and this is the actual reflector. So the problem is this, obviously the reflector, if you look further in, I should have taken this off, but whatever, I already put screws in, but the chrome is gone. It had burnt out. As you can see, the heat on plastic here you can see the sign of overheat, just because it's burnt out. So yeah, right there you can see the black areas. It's supposed to be nice and shiny, just like you see right in that area, and here it gets dull. So there is no light reflection of the actual reflector getting into the lens and then going through the ball, through the whatever. So it's not going forward because it's not getting focused, because there's no reflection. So well, you can also see the heat. This is the kind of common thing on these older Mercedes cars, and right now I'm looking at the alternatives to this particular reflector. Lens is fine, all the plastics are fine, everything is fine. This covering is going to be replaced. The rest of the headlight is going to get rewired because the wires are perishing. You can see these wires are falling apart, obviously. So yeah, that's all gonna be, I'll deal with them later, it doesn't matter. I just don't want to have no chrome to be damaged around this intermediate plate, if you will. So yeah, and that light I'm keeping sealed because I just wanted to get to the reflector just like as a test run, if you will. There is also another cover that goes over here, like if you look at this light here, that covering right there supposed to go and plug in here once you assemble it back together. So there are aftermarket options for the actual reflector itself, and that's what I'm looking into right now. Either I'm going to stay with the xenon HID, or maybe I'll do something like LED. Maybe I'll get some halos. I mean, I don't know, we'll see. But this is what you get. These lights, they do go bad because of the reflector itself, right? Not the covers. This is just like cosmetics. Because if you would to put you know, when I used to drive this car, then I would put on the fog lights, and the fog lights would come on, and then it would illuminate much nicer than low beam or high beam for that matter, because the reflector on the fog light is obviously nice and shiny, so the light gets focused and beams out in front of me, whereas the HID xenon reflector is all faded, so there is no focus. So, and this is basically what you're going to get out of these old 20-year-old lights. No matter what you do, changing the bulbs, changing the plastics, trying to clean and polish the actual plastic, you will not get the light output. You need to deal with the actual xenon reflector itself. Alright, so this is going to be all. I'm gonna move on, looking at things, and trying to see what I can get this faded reflector replaced with. Alright, so this is it. This is Victor at restoringmercedes.com. Thank you for watching.